How's it going? We are ready to get going. We've got two of them from two Breaking Brad helmets from Facebook and a Gold Rush, also from Facebook. We got a 2-box and a 1-box. There is one spot left in the 1-box. The 2-box is completely filled, and Gold Rush is completely filled. Do a little bit of writing. We will get right into it. Hopefully, going to pull some big ones today. Hope everybody had a good day today. It's pretty nice here in southern Ohio. The wind was blowing. Got to wash my boat, not fish out of it. It's a small boat, so when the winds are blowing, keep my happy ass in on the shore. I did put some pretty big stuff in today. Some sweet helmets. See if we can pull one or two of those tonight. It's usually the way it goes. We will do the Breaking Brad helmets first and then move on to the Gold Rush. I don't know what was going on today. Nothing was posting my pictures. When I put it out there, I had to edit it to get the pictures to list. So the Gold Rush kind of, I don't know, it was kind of weird. It didn't say Gold Rush at the top. I can't tell you why. I definitely copied and pasted it just like every week, but yeah, you'll have that. Oh, see the Texans. Oh, it's still in the bag. Yep. Helmet was hiding from me there. We will start out with the 2-box. I'm getting it written out now. Two-box, 1-box Gold Rush. That's what we'll do it this evening. Okay, here we go. We will pull the randoms. Then we'll do the random.org stuff. Open up our 2 boxes. Okay, here we go. 2-boxer. First up, we had Bill S. with Kansas City, Carolina. Nathan, Detroit, Tampa Bay. Bill, Philly and Buffalo. Bill S. Cleveland, New England. Brugman, Vegas, Atlanta. Steve, Pittsburgh, Chicago. Al, Cincy, Green Bay, and Houston. Going to be Chargers, Jags and Titans. Jonathan L., San Francisco, the Rams. Scott, Indy, Miami. Jacob, Detroit, Denver. Dustin, Arizona, New Orleans. Dave, Washington, and the Giants. Seattle and Baltimore. And Al closed us up with the Jets and gets the Vikings. All right, we got Bill, Kansas City, Carolina. Nathan, Detroit, Tampa Bay. Bill, Philly, Buffalo, Cleveland, New England. Zach, Vegas, Atlanta. Steve, Pittsburgh, Chicago. Al, Cincy, Green Bay, Houston. Chargers, Jags, and Titans. Jonathan L., San Fran and the Rams. Scott, Indy, Miami. Jacob, Detroit, Denver. Dustin, Arizona, New Orleans. Dave, Washington. Seattle, Giants, Ravens, and Al, Jets, and Vikings. All right, get our lucky number here. As always, number between 4 and 9. Five times to get this number. Going to be a number 6 tonight. Been a while since we had 6. Randomize that 5 times. So the number 6. Let's see what we can get here. Copy. Paste it 6 times. Top 2 boxes are what we'll use. If one of those boxes was pulled yesterday, I'll hit it one more time. I don't think I filled them all this week. I think we were, after today's fill up with the boxes, yeah, we probably had 103 or 104 this week. Oh, that was 6. We're going with 207 and 9. I see 9. And I think I see 207. So 207 and 9. Randomize that list 6 times. 207 and 9. Well, let's get them. Caught myself on the cord. I did not fall. The computer didn't break. We're good. I'm going to plug my power cord in. I thought, man, I'm going to trip on that thing. And I thought, no, I'll know about it. I'm not going to trip if I know about it. Hey, Al. I did everything in my power to trip right there. Luckily, the computer didn't go down. All right, guys. We're going to start with number 9. Lucky number 9. Let's see what we got. Good luck. Here it is. Houston on a flash. Houston. Al. Keeping it rolling. We pulled Houston last night. Beckett authenticated. Mixing would be awesome. I can't read this. I'll show it to you. You'll know. Beckett authenticated. Missing an earpiece. I got one sitting here. Nope. It's in there. It's just bent over and upside down. Sometimes I wonder how these earpieces defy physics. Been there for a long time. I can't remember who that is. Is that Dalton Schultz? I thought so. Yep, Dalton Schultz. Nice hit. The tight end. Helmet's got some, not scuffs, but rubs on there. Might need a little clean. I like the blue ink too. I think it goes good on that red. I like his signature. I like the hook at the bottom. It's pretty cool. I don't know what letter that would be. As long as he does, I guess we're good. Nice hit, Al. Dalton Schultz, tight end for the Texans. And box 207, kind of weird weight. Doesn't feel authentic. A little heavier than normal. 207, good luck. Man, this has been in there for a while. I forgot it was in there. Giants, New York Giants. Dave. A giant eclipse. Got the face mask blacked out. Fanatics authenticated. Both earpieces are in. I hear something rattling around. Screw must have fallen inside. You're welcome. It's the greatest giant. I do have him on. He's in there again. I'm going to warn you on the unscripted helmet because I did not have this one written down as in there. I think he might complain about getting 2 LTs. Lawrence Taylor. Nice hit, Dave. I like that blue ink on the black. Eclipses are sweet. I think I'll do a full eclipse series. I think that'd be kind of cool. I definitely think the teams ought to play with eclipse helmets. That would be awesome if teams would use some of their specialty helmets. All right, guys, this is the second one. This was a 1 box. After this, we'll do the Gold Rush, and then we'll try some live fills. Hard to believe we're already over halfway through May. This year has gone shooting by. Should be about time to start finding some of those rookies that just got drafted doing signings. I think it'd be pretty neat to see a Browns helmet with their whole quarterback room signing it. Something like that. That'd be awesome. Hopefully they get some signings for those guys in soon. Last year I felt like it didn't take too long to get the quarterbacks. We'll see what they do this year. Okay, this one did have, an open spot. I'll check Facebook, make sure nobody claimed it. If it's not claimed, we'll fill it real quick and then move on. Let me look here. Comments. Yep, we got one spot in this one left. The teams left: San Francisco, Indy, Arizona, Seattle. Go down just a tad. Seattle. Oh, Vlad. San Fran. 4 to close. I don't think I put any pictures of San Francisco, but there's a Steve Young in there, and I think a Joe Montana's in there also for San Francisco. Been taking a lot more pictures with my phone. It's harder to find all the helmets from previous weeks. All right, one boxer. Let's get some randoms. Al, Jets and Bengals. Bucks and Jags. Bill, Kansas City. Chicago. Al, Houston. Chargers. Bill, Detroit, Philly. Atlanta, New Orleans. Steve, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Damn, that's what Nathan, Vegas, Seattle. Zach, Buffalo, Carolina. Dave, Washington and the Giants. Indy and Miami. Dustin, Denver, Baltimore. Jesse, New England, Minnesota. Brian, Green Bay, the Rams. Roger, Dallas, Arizona. And Vlad closes with San Francisco. Apparently I dropped a helmet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15. Up. Cleveland. Found it. All right. We got Al, Jets, Bucks, Bengals, Jags. Bill, KC, Chicago. Al, Houston, Chargers. Bill, Detroit, Atlanta, Philly, and New Orleans. Steve, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Nathan, Vegas, Seattle. Zach, Buffalo, Carolina. Dave, Washington, Indy, Giants, and Dolphins. Dustin, Denver, Baltimore. Jesse, New England, Minnesota. Brian, Green Bay and the Rams. Roger, Dallas, Arizona. And Vlad, San Fran and Cleveland. All right. Pull some more. This is a one boxer 6 times. Top box will be us. If the top box isn't there, we'll hit it one more time. Or 2 or 3, whatever it takes. There's 5. And 6. We got box 59. I think it's there. Can't see the bottom box, but I'll check. 6 times, box 59. Looks like it. Ooh. Yeah, there it is. Oh, box 59 in this one boxer. Gold Rush is up next if you're waiting on it. And then we'll try some live fills. Box 59. I think this one's been there for a little while. Let's see what we get. Good luck. New England. Jesse. All right, Jesse. Let's see what we got. Another Eclipse. Both earpieces. This one's Radkey authenticated. Pictures in there. Red ink. Oh my goodness. That one has been in there for a while. That is a beauty. I was starting to doubt that thing existed. I knew I had a Gronk in there, but it was hiding. I think Jesse's been after it for a while. Nice hit, Jesse. Got the Gronk. Can't go wrong with the Gronk. Nice hit. Rob Gronkowski on the Eclipse. It had been so long that Gronk was in there. I kept telling myself, I know there's a Gronk. And that thing's, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like that Gronk's been in there like, Jesus, better than 6 months. It's interesting the way some numbers come out quite a bit and some hide in there forever. That's weird is when it's the same player, because I remember there was a Gronk Tampa Bay that was in there for a long, long time. I forgot Gronk was even in the series until we pulled him. This is the Gold Rush. I really like Eclipse helmets. I don't know. Does anybody dislike Eclipse? I think it's just a solid, good-looking helmet. I'm a Steeler fan, so I like the black helmets anyway, but I don't know. This is our last box of this Gold Rush. I haven't ordered anything, so I don't know if they have any boxes left, or cases left. If they have cases, I'll probably grab another one. If they don't, we'll wait till the next series comes out. So we could possibly, potentially, be taking a little break from Gold Rush. I think this has been a pretty solid case. I don't remember everybody. I remember Kurt Warner was in there. I think Herschel Walker was in. I forget the third helmet. How's it going, Matt? Matthew? Yes. Love the Gronk. Gotta love the Gronk. They just have solos left, no cases. I've done some pretty good stuff out of those solos. I called them. I ordered a case one time. They told me they had 4 solos they would send me, and I think there was a chrome Emmett in one of them. Matt likes Bob Ross. Close to a new series. They got to be. That old series, it kind of took them a little while to sell that one out. Usually they go a little quicker than this. I think it's that time of year right after the draft where everybody's waiting to see the new stuff. All the players flipping teams. I definitely think this is the slow season for breaking. At least for Steel City it is. Oh, I do. Denver set out like half of them. I saw you went with the minis instead of the baseball bats. Are you out of bats, Al? You probably said it on your stream, but I didn't hear. Or do you do, I can't remember. Maybe you do bats on Wednesday. Still on Wednesday. Okay. Looks like a pretty cool mini series. Replace the Gold Rush football mini. I got my mini Tony Gwynn right there. I moved it around on top of that thing there. That's a Tony Gwynn. Switching it up. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I keep talking about getting more baseball stuff, but it seems like just talk right now. Let me grab the Gold Rush helmet before I pull these. I do plan on getting some baseball in, and I want to do some cards, some football cards. I think about everything's out now for last year, which I don't really understand the card releases anymore, but hey, whatever. I love that Wheaties box too. Last night I was saying I got that thing for a steal when I got it. What they didn't know was I would have paid almost anything they asked for it. It's the only Wheaties box I have, but shoot. If you got Tony Gwynn autographs to sell and it's not too expensive, I'll probably buy it. I'm a sucker. Check these up again. All right, guys, Gold Rush, last one. Let's see what we got. We got Zach with Buffalo, Seattle. Tyler, Cincinnati, Minnesota. Karl Malone magazine. Jonathan L., San Fran, Tennessee. I think it'd be cool to have a Karl Malone, Dennis Rodman autographed wrestling picture. Dave, Washington, Baltimore. I'm a wrestling fan, have been since the mid-'80s, and I thought it was cool when they had two basketball players wrestling. Jonathan L., Dallas, Cleveland. Malone was actually good. He's a big dude. Scott, Chargers in Detroit. New England, Carolina. Signed Herb. Justin Herbert. There's a Herbert helmet in there. Dustin, Rams, New Orleans, and I think I have a Herbert or two on the back stock. Steve, Pittsburgh, Vegas. Sturgis Dave, Chicago, the Jets. He went to one of them Sturgis pay-per-views. That'd be awesome. Those were free, I think. Who's not a big dude? Bill, Tampa Bay, Green Bay. Indian, Arizona. Jay Leno wrestling was horrible. Al, Giants and Eagles. Oh, shit. Texans and Dolphins. I never did understand why they brought Leno in to actually wrestle. Nick, Kansas City. Atlanta. I don't remember his cameo in Ted. I remember Brady's cameo in Ted. Dustin, Denver, Jacksonville. Both of those movies were underrated. The scene with F. Scott Fitzgerald pops up on my Instagram all the time. I watch it every time. Ted was a great movie. Zach, Buffalo, Seattle. Tyler, Cincy, Minnesota. Jonathan L., San Fran, Tennessee. Dave, Washington, Baltimore. Jonathan L., Dallas, Cleveland. Scott, Chargers, Lions. Patriots and Panthers. Dustin, Rams, Saints. Steve, Pittsburgh, Vegas. Dave, Chicago and the Jets. Bill, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Indy, Arizona. Al, Giants, Eagles, Texans, and Dolphins. Nick, KC, Atlanta. And Dustin, Denver and Jacksonville. Whoa. Who's Scott Fitzgerald? Yeah. Who's Scott Fitzgerald? And why do we not like him? Oh my God, that was great. 100-degree heat for the pay-per-view. I went to the last WCW Monday Nitro in Panama City, and they had tickets galore that people didn't use. It was $10. It wasn't hot. It was the middle of the night, but I remember beer was $1, and that temperature could have been anything, and no one would have cared. I've watched that. Warren Moon Seahawks. Ooh. I've watched that Nitro about 1,000 times to see if I can see myself. I cannot. Both seals are good. All right, guys. Gold Rush Series 1. Series 1 lasted a long time this year. Johnny Five says, Warren Moon on the Seahawks. Let's see if he got it. Al says Pittsburgh. I saw the team. Helmets rolled. Set it back up without seeing it. All right. Pittsburgh it is. Al was on it. Let's see who we got. That is going to be Steve. Steve with the Steelers. It is a VSR. VSR 4 going to Steve. Beckett authenticated. Looks good inside. Hopefully Lambert and not Pat. None of the above. Hall of Fame 88. A little different. It is just as good. I'll tell you what. Yeah, there you go. You knew it was a linebacker. Any Steelers as good as the best hits of any other team. And Jack Ham's a heck of a Steeler. I think I got a Jack Ham jersey hanging in my closet. Nice hit, Steve. Jack Ham, Hall of Fame 88. Look at the guy's penmanship. No JH on him. He writes out the name. It's not a long one, but he put some effort in. Looks good. Big across the top of that decal. Nice hit. Jack Ham, Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't go wrong with a Steeler. Hopefully Will Howard's amazing, because then you'd have a Buckeye Steeler. Guys, we will try a 2-box Breaking Brad live fill. And there it is. Grab you a spot if you want in the break. Johnny Five, when you went to that Sturgis thing, there was a lot of people there, wasn't there? I don't remember the attendance on those, but if it was 100-degree heat with all those people, that had to have been a little miserable to watch wrestling. But you can't complain about the price. Brady, Indy, Vlad, San Fran, Bill B, Buffalo, Al, the Jets. Bill, KC. Dave, Washington. Bill, Detroit. Bill, you also got Philly. Brian, late on KC. Al, late on Buffalo. Dave, Houston. Al, Cincy. Johnny 5, Minnesota. Dave, Giants. Al, Green Bay. Bill, late on Buffalo, Bill S. Al, Dallas. Not good at spelling. I can't spell. Brugman, Vegas. I can't spell it all. And Dustin closes us up with the Rams. We'll do another one after this. Pretty quick fill. If it wasn't for my cell phone letting me see how to spell things, I'm not sure. Whew. I talk to my cousin all the time, and we'll arguing about sports, and we'll be like, how you spell his name when we go to Google him, and neither one of us can spell it. And it won't be anything hard to be a word like Smith. I'll tell you what, we just cannot spell. Must run in my family. All right, we got Brady with Indy, Carolina. Vlad, San Francisco. New Orleans. Bill B, Buffalo. Jacksonville. Al, the Jets. Broncos. Bill, Kansas City. Tampa Bay. Dave, Washington. Seattle. Bill, Detroit and Philly. Arizona. Cleveland. Man, I wish Marvin Harrison would get to signing something. I haven't seen anything from him. Dave, Houston and the Chargers. Al, Cincy. Baltimore. Johnny 5, Minnesota. New England. Dave, the Giants. The Bears. Al, Green Bay and Dallas. Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Brugman, Vegas. Tennessee. And Dustin, the Rams. The Dolphins. Man, nobody's taking Miami tonight. Did I put the pick on there? Okay, I did. All right, we got two boxer here, and we've got Brady, Indy, Carolina, Vlad, San Fran, New Orleans, Bill B, Buffalo and Jacksonville, Al, Jets, Broncos, Bill S, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Dave, Washington, Seattle, Bill S, Detroit, Philly, Arizona, Cleveland, Dave, Houston and the Chargers, Al, Cincy, Baltimore, Johnny 5, Minnesota, New England, Dave, Giants, Bears, Al, Green Bay, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Brugman, Vegas, Tennessee, and Dustin, Rams and Dolphins. All right, two boxer. Let's get two good ones. 4, 5, And 6. We got 1163 and 1. I see 1 and 1163. Got them both. Steve will buy Pitt if Al wants to sell it. Forgot the box numbers. 1163 and 1. And Vlad wants to trade New Orleans for Miami. Dustin has Miami. 1 and 1163. Al says that's fine. So Pittsburgh will go to Steve. Got it. Don't see anything for Miami. Okay. All right, we're going to start with box number 1. Good luck. Number 1 coming at you. Green Bay. The Packers. Al. Both earpieces. If I had a second favorite team, Schwartz authenticated. Both earpieces. Out by Green Bay. Both earpieces were in the bag. If I had a second favorite team, it would be this era Packers. I'm a sucker for this era. I grab anything I can. That is the Hall of Famer 2013 D lineman Dave Robinson. He announced one of Green Bay's draft picks this year. He and Jerry Kramer came out and announced it. I thought it was pretty cool. Dave Robinson. I love the Lombardi era Packers. That's some great history. It was cool to see him. Jerry didn't look too good, but then I started thinking about it, and man, he's up there in years. I probably told it a million times, but when he first got on Facebook, I was one of his first. I think he had like 60 friends when I friended him, and I used to message him, and then it became a fan page, and so his son runs it now. So the last time I tried to message them, it was his son and not him, and it didn't feel as cool, so I stopped. They probably thought I was a geek. That's all right. It's probably true. Made my day, though. All right, guys. Box 1163. Here we go. Yeah, I love those Lombardi era Packers. Arizona. That was Bill S. Quick. JSA authenticated, missing an earpiece. I got one over here. Might be from this helmet. It's on there for now. Just pulled him a couple weeks ago. This is the last of his I have. He is the tight end. So good. His numbers, I think, were what kept Marvin Harrison down. A fantastic tight end, young guy. That's going to be McBride. Trey McBride, is that it? Yeah, I think so. Nice hit, Bill. Gotta love those Cardinals. Like I said, I gotta find me a Marvin Harrison. I saw a Buckeye Marvin Harrison when he was still a Buckeye, but good grief. Herbita Honk. The Harrison Buckeye was $500 and I couldn't do it. All right, guys, 2-boxer. There she be. Oh, good grief. Bill B, Buffalo. Dave, Washington. I'm stuffed tonight. I had frozen barbecue and macaroni and cheese. It was fantastic. I couldn't stop eating. Bill, Kansas City. That's how I maintain this dad bod. I do no sit-ups and a whole lot of eating. Nathan, Detroit. And Al, the Jets. Bill, late on Detroit. Tyler, Cincinnati. Bill S, Philly. Dustin, San Francisco. Brugman, late on Buffalo. Dave, the Giants. Al, late on Cincy. Bill, Vegas. Brady, Indy. Brugman, late on Vegas. Oh, gosh, where'd he go? Al, late on Vegas. Al, Green Bay. And Dallas. All right, 3 spots left. Let's run through them. We got Houston. There is a Stroud. Miami. There is a Marino. I put one in, a new one. Pittsburgh's got Bettis. Chargers has Herbert. Trying to pull what I can remember. Jacksonville has a Trevor Lawrence. Tampa Bay has a Warren Sapp. I forget what we pulled of all these teams. I got to go through and get a better list than what I have. We've also got Minnesota, Tennessee, the Rams, Pats, Dave, Pittsburgh. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Matthew, do you want Chargers? There is a Herbert in the Charger. If you want the Chargers, could be a night to pull him. We got 1 spot left. I'm not sure if Matthew's taking Chargers with that. I want to make sure before I give it to him. All right, guys, 1 spot. Matthew, if you want the Chargers, like I said, just let me know. If anybody else wants any of those teams, call it out. Again, Houston, Miami, Tennessee, Minnesota, Denver, Chicago, Carolina, New Orleans, Cleveland, Atlanta, the Rams, Jags, Ravens, Seahawks, Patriots. Herbita Hunk. Ow, Miami. We're just going to fill it with Miami. All right, that fills it. I think we'll try a 1 box after this. Well, you know what? We'll start it with a 2 box. Next one will be the last one. We'll start it as a 2 box. If it doesn't fill, we'll switch it to a 1 box and see if that works. But we'll do 1 more tonight. That'll put us at 10 for the night. That's a hell of a night for me. All right, guys. Here we go. We got Bill B with Buffalo, Carolina. Dave, Washington. Chicago. Bill, Kansas City. New Orleans. Nathan, Detroit. Houston. That Stroud's been in there for a long ass time too. Al, the Jets. The Chargers. Tyler, Cincy. Cleveland. Bill S, Philly. Atlanta. Dustin, San Fran. Baltimore. Excuse me. Dave, the Giants. Rams. I was going to hit the Herb. Bill, Vegas. Tennessee. Brady, Indy. Minnesota. Al, Green Bay. Seattle. Oh, Al also had Dallas. Denver. I think we'll look at the Buckle Chuckle. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of fun. Dave, Pittsburgh. Jacksonville. Am I missing one again? Forgot to put Arizona in there. Throwing it back in. You got a 50-50 Dustin and Al. Who gets Arizona? Dustin gets Arizona. Al gets New England. Buckle Chuckle. I really don't know what it means, but I do like the rhyme. Slang for a fart. Well, somebody said, Brian said Al's going to hit the Herb. I immediately started wondering if Herb was like legal in Utah. I'm not sure. I think it's about half the states. Five, 6. Matt loves the Buckle Chuckle. 6, that was our number. 1133, we hit that. We did that one last night. And 88. God, I wish I had my glasses on. 88 is there. I'll hit it one more time to replace 1133. 9. We did 9 too. Gosh. 10. On numerical. 10's there. I see it. Slang for a fart. Got 10. I forgot the other box. 88. That was it. Big Al's marijuana. I'll tell you what, Al. Might be a natural sponsorship for you. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Big Al's Breaks brought to you by Big Al's Pop. There you go. I'd wait till April 20th. Their people will be more agreeable. All right, guys. I don't know if I read it off. I'm going to read it again. Yeah, I did. I think I read it. All right, guys. Box 88. Good luck. Here we go again. We'll try one more after this. See if we can get it filled. If we don't have many people in here, screw it. We'll start it as a 2-box. Change it if we have to. Box 88. Good luck. Washington. Dave. All right, Dave. I love this one. Beckett authenticated. This is a sweet helmet. Like I said, I'm a sucker for black. Not a Herb. That is not a Herbie. Both earpieces are in there. And this one, going to be one of their 3 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. What Super Bowl is that? Is that 22? 22, Doug Williams was the MVP. That's going to be Doug Williams. Nice hit, Dave. I remember forever they were the only team. They were the only team with Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Now I know the Packers did it. The Broncos had 2. I don't know. Is there another team with 3? Packers. Washington, Green Bay. I think that's it. All right. Box 10. Here we go. Good luck. Would be an awesome time to pull that Herbert. Not this time. Cleveland. Tyler. Got him a brown. Schwartz authenticated. We can already see it. Oh, shit. Schwartz. Both earpieces. And this. Had him not too long ago. Can't go wrong with him, though. That's the big guy. The left tackle. The second best Brown ever. Joe Thomas. Sharjit Brookstone. Joe Thomas on the Browns. Nice hit. All right, guys, one more for the road. This will be the last one of the night. If we can get him filled, we're going to start it off with a 2-box. If it goes slow, we can always change it. Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me get a chance. I'm slow with the computer. There it is. Sorry, fellas. All right, we got. Quit moving. Quit moving. Brian, Kansas City. Johnny 5, Indy. Bill late on KC. Brady late on Indy. Bill S, Detroit. Al, the Jets. Dave, Houston. Tyler, Cincinnati. Oh, excuse me. Brian, got you with Kansas City already. Brugman, Buffalo. Bill S, Philly. That's got us halfway. Dustin, Denver. Bill, Vegas. Al, late on Buffalo. Brugman, late on Vegas. Oh. Dave, the Giants. Al, Cowboys. Al, you also got the Niners. Niners gave Brock Purdy a mega deal. Bob Ross, Brady, the Raiders are gone. We got 3 spots left. Run through it. Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Miami, Washington, Tennessee, Seattle, Minnesota, Baltimore, Atlanta, the Rams, the Cardinals, the Browns. Brugman, Miami, 2 spots left. Patriots, Chargers, the Bears, Carolina, and New Orleans. 2 spots left. We're going to leave it a 2 box. We'll get it filled. I'm going to go ahead and grab the boxes, and then we'll worry about the fill. I was just thinking. I've met fans of every team, but I have never met a Jaguars fan. Al, Green Bay. Has anybody met a Jaguars fan? Brady, Minnesota to close. Appreciate it. Got it, Dustin. Just filled right before you. Breaking the Plane. Is he a Jaguars fan? I don't know. That's the first one I've ever heard of. I've known the Panthers actually what made me think of it because I've met a Panthers fan like in person in life. I've met a fan I think of all 32 teams, but I have never met a fan of the Jags. Of course, if you think about it, it makes sense since their stadium's always about quarter filled. We got box 81 and 193. 91, 90, 99, 94, 95, 92. What the fuck? That should be there. 92, 5, 4, 9, 0. Oh, I see. Really? That's crazy. Buckle Chuckle likes him. You should be playing a drinking game. I'll go Robin Chabotsky. If you're trying to get me to say something, I'll say it until somebody's too drunk to survive. 81 is there. 93 is not. I don't think. 92, 95. Yeah, 99's in that stack. It's not supposed to be. So 93 is not. Oh, you're welcome, Dave. So we got box 81. I haven't pulled randoms yet. Pittsburgh's a random still, Steve. I'll pull randoms right after I get the box number. 26. 26 is there. Okay. So Brian says Matt is a Jaguars fan. Now I'm wondering if he's actually a Jaguars fan or if Brian just thinks that's an insult. That's okay. A Charger helmet. There's a few Chargers in here. He's not a Jags fan. Breaking the Plane is a Jaguars fan. Man. I don't think I've seen Breaking the Plane. I think they used to be on eBay with the rest of us, but if I broke with them, it's been years. All right. Brian, Kansas City, Pittsburgh. And Steve's looking to buy Pittsburgh if you're looking to sell. Johnny 5, Indy. Rams, he's still on eBay. I keep saying I'm going to get on eBay, and I don't. Bill S., Detroit, New Orleans. I need to try it again. Al, the Jets. Jags. Johnny 5, that could mean several things. I've seen you banned from rooms for pointing out that COAs shouldn't be written in crayon. You never know with you. Dave, Houston, Tampa Bay. Tyler, Cincy, New England. I'll tell you what, he got banned that night, and I had 2 different YouTube handles. I was going to go at it too, and he got chucked so quick, I realized if I said a word, I was gone. Brugman, Buffalo, Washington. Well, he asked the guy a pretty legit question. He's like, hey, does that have a COA? And the guy explained that his in-person was better than any COA you could get. Bill S., Philly, Atlanta. And Johnny 5 kind of pointed out that that's bullshit. And yeah, he was 100% in the right. Dustin, Denver, Seattle. Bill, Vegas, Cleveland. Dave, the Giants, Cardinals. Just they've approved they were fake with Beckett. Al, Dallas and San Francisco. Chargers, Ravens. $100. Jeez. Brugman, Miami, Chicago. It was, I'll say it since it's long gone. Al, Green Bay, Carolina. It was 9 on the break. And Brady, Minnesota, Tennessee. Johnny 5 was like fantastic in that room though. Like it was awesome. I have to think that some of the stuff that Johnny 5 said convinced a lot of those guys to quit buying from him because he wasn't on the air a whole lot after that confrontation. I know. I remember he was supposed to have another break, and like me and Johnny 5 were messaging back and forth, all excited to watch him, and it never aired. It's kind of disappointing. It was like a car wreck. You just once you saw it, you couldn't turn away. But I don't know. It was the best of times. Oh my God, he didn't ship them. I've forgot an item before. Since I made this bar, every once in a while I'll stick items under the bar and then completely forget. But man, I get them out quick as I can once I find them. I can't imagine not shipping them, especially when they're fake. Why would you want that fake stuff at your house? 81 and 26. what was pretty awesome about that guy, he was on air and he was kind of bashing me a little bit. And then he messaged me later asking for advice on how to make his break better. I thought, holy cow, he just like shit all over me. And then asked me what he's doing that's not good. He was a ballsy fella. Oh man, those Gretzky Lemieux pucks. That was great. Was Steelers for sale? Steelers were Brian. Brian, did you want to sell the Steelers? I'll hold up for a second. I didn't see him answer, but honk. Nope, going to keep him. Okay. All right, here we go. Box 26. Good luck. This is our last one of the night. I don't know how Tuesday is looking. That baseball season is winding down. Another Eclipse. I still love them. Atlanta. Bill S. Take a sip. This one, Schwartz authenticated. Both earpieces. Look at all the ink. Love inscriptions. I can read this one. A lot of Risens I can't really read. This one I can read. Andre Rison inscribed. Bad Moon. 5-time Pro Bowler, 743 receptions, 10,205 yards with 84 touchdowns. I guess until reading this helmet, I didn't realize how close to a Hall of Famer Andre Rison is. That's some pretty stellar numbers, especially for his time. Nice hit, Bill. The stat helmet, basically, for Andre Rison. Nice hit. Real legible signature on that one, too. Nice hit, Bill. All right, guys. Last one of the night. 81. You're welcome, Bill. Nice hit. Let's see what we get out of box 81. I'll tell you what. You can't make this stuff up. Another Eclipse. This one's Miami. Zach. Zach took Miami. They've been a random like all night. Authentic Miami. Beckett authenticated. Love that black pads. Herbita. Oh. Zach. Zach, you say what? And there he is. Second Marino of the weekend. Oh, man, Dan's got a quick release. You put him in, and he gets back out. Nice hit. Dan Marino on the authentic Eclipse. Awesome helmet. That is awesome. I guess last week was Marino, wasn't it? Not this week. Last week. Saturday belongs to Dan Marino. Nice hit, Zach. Marino on the Eclipse. Boom. That's how to end it. All right, guys. Tonight we had LT, Dalton Schultz, Jack Ham, Rob Gronkowski, Trey McBride, Dave Robinson, Joe Thomas, Doug Williams, Andre Rison, and Dan Marino. Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll be back next week. Like I said, I'm doubting Tuesday. Friday's not going to be on Friday anymore. Well, Friday's always going to be on Friday. But the break's not going to be on Friday anymore. My Friday break's going to be on Thursday. I mentioned it last night. I have to start opening up Friday so I can do things with my wife. Getting a little bit nicer outside. Days are longer. So I got to give Friday to date night. So just remember that next week. Thursday will be break night. Thanks. Have a good think. You too, Matt. All right, guys. I appreciate the fills. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I will see you all next time. Everybody have a great week. Do something fun. Have a good honk. There you go. All right. If anybody's going fishing, let's see what you're catching. I saw Johnny Five's pictures of his fish on Facebook. Man, he caught some monster white bass. I'd like to see what everybody else is catching. I'm not catching anything. So if you're fisherman and you go this week, throw a picture on the Facebook page. Let's see what everybody's doing. All right, guys. Have a good one.